Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the portfolio. Again, I want to thank everyone out there for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys have any great video ideas, any topics you want seen on the channel, please let me know. Always looking for new video content. And if you guys do like the channel, if you guys do like the content on the channel, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, make sure to hit that bell button to get alerts and updates on all new content posted on the channel. For today's video, I thought I'd do another update on the portfolio. I try to do at least one of these per month. I did miss last month, but I definitely want to go through the stock portfolio, all of the holdings, any big major acquisition I've made, any big sell-off, and also my thoughts moving forward over the next month of trading in the market. As you can see here, a very volatile 1 month of trading. At one point down almost $6,000, $58.7640, before trending up here in the opposite direction, up over $10,000, $10,154.62, ending the month in the positive, $1,040.36. But definitely over the past couple weeks of trading, stocks have been hit fairly hard, especially the technology stocks. AMD, Apple of note, have trended down, I think, about 20% or so. So quite large movements, and there's been talk about maybe entering a bear market. There was a record bull run. I think now we're kind of turning the corner. Interest rates have been rising. There's been some geopolitical instability, especially within the United States. So it'll be very interesting to see exactly what the stock market does over the next 1 month of trading. And I'm definitely going to be holding more cash and not necessarily entering into any new positions. Did put out a video recently about maybe jumping into Tesla, but I think I'm probably going to be holding off on that until there's a little bit more certainty in the market. As I've discussed in my prior videos, I don't go into my cryptocurrency or options trading in these videos. If you have any questions about any of that, please take a look. I have an options series as well as a cryptocurrency series that you can take a look at for all of those trades and ideas for options trading as well as cryptocurrency trading. For the stock portfolio, if you guys have watched the prior videos as well, you know that I have all of these in particular market segments. I start off with my high dividend yielding ETFs, then go through healthcare stocks, industrials, consumer discretionary, so on and so forth. And between each of the different portfolio sections, I definitely will update you guys on which section we are entering into. Again, I'll be focusing on any big changes I've made in the portfolio, as well as my thoughts moving forward. So having said all that, let's jump into the portfolio here. First, starting with my high dividend yielding ETFs. On the bottom there, you can see, bottom left, the number of shares I hold in a particular stock, as well as the equity value to the right of that. So for example, DVY, this is an iShares Dow Jones Select Dividend ETF, a high dividend yield ETF. I have one share for $95.35. And again, if there's been any big changes in my holdings, I'll let you guys know when discussing each of these stocks. So DVY is the first high dividend yielding ETF. The second one here is SCHD, one share $49.81. SDY, one share $95.18. This is one of my favorite high income dividend stocks. It's a low volatility stock as well. Pays out monthly. This is a great stock for new investors. The price of the stock is very accessible to investors that don't have large portfolios, $40.45, and it pays out monthly as well, which is very encouraging to new investors jumping into the stock market to see those returns coming in. Currently have 36 shares, $14.5620, and you can definitely see the volatility in the market. Even though this is a low volatility ETF, you can see that there's been a lot of large swings in the price of even this stock. And again, this stock is engineered to be high dividend, but also low volatility. So quite a bit of volatility in the market. VOO is one of my favorite ETFs for any investor, large or small. I have a very large holding of this in my E-Trade account. You can see here I just have 3 shares, $730.50, but definitely I've been putting in a little bit more money, especially after this big downtrend here. And again, a very good example of the volatility in the market, trending up here in the beginning of the year, then trending down here, steady gains throughout the rest of the year. And then over the last couple months here, definitely a lot of up and down trading here. At one point, down to 242, then back up to almost 260, and then down again into the 240 range. And I've been picking up some more shares, again, in my E-Trade account. Try to divide up some of my longer term holdings in the E-Trade account, and then the Robinhood portfolio here. I try to do a little bit more of my swing trading and day trading and some of the strategies I don't necessarily employ on the longer term buy and hold stocks. But this is a great buy and hold stock for any investor, large or small. Another very good Vanguard fund is VYM here, Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF. Just have one share of this, 83.35's equity value. Have this because this was one of the first stocks I had in the Robinhood portfolio, purchased about 2.5 years ago. So that rounds out the high dividend yielding ETFs. The next market segment is healthcare stocks, first starting with pharmaceutical stocks. ABBV here, 31 shares, 2670.65. Eli Lilly and Company, LLY, 5 shares, 561.15. Pfizer PFE, also one of the original stocks in the portfolio, 120 shares, 51.72. Portola Pharmaceuticals, PTLA, put out quite a few videos regarding this stock. This is the highest risk stock in the portfolio by a large margin. You can see on the bottom, 1,247 shares, 466.14. Over the past 1 month of trading, you can see the volatility here. Unfortunately, it's still down 10.66%. But you can see here at one point, up 5.37%, down 12.66%, down 15%, ending the month down 10.66%. So definitely has impacted the overall portfolio value. But I'm going to be holding this longer term. A lot of analysts have this as a $30 to $40 stock. I think this stock will be acquired probably within the next 1 to 2 years, and I think it's probably going to be acquired around $70 to $80 or so. But again, that's my own personal opinion based off some of the research I've done with this stock. I definitely like this stock, but very high risk, especially with the small cap biopharmaceutical companies. Very, very high risk. But as I've said on many of my prior videos, where there is risk, there is reward. So it could be a very good reward, or I could lose quite a bit of money on that particular stock. The next stock here, moving into healthcare services companies, is Abbott, ABT, 46 shares, 31.52.38. Cardinal Health, CAH, 18 shares, 9.55.98. Did pick up a few shares when it was dipping down here over the past month here. Did have a very good return, ending the month down a bit, 0.15%. And Johnson & Johnson is the last healthcare stock, 6 shares, 852.06. Next we move into industrials, first starting with Boeing, BA, 1 share, 317.50. This is a new addition to the portfolio. Airbus just picked up a couple shares, 52.71. Unfortunately, since I picked up the shares, it's down. My total return, 15.56%. You can see the 1 month of trading here, down 5.88%. This was a stock that I've been keeping an eye on for a while. Since Robinhood added international stocks, definitely wanted to jump in with a couple shares, just testing the waters. But I think I may be putting more money into Airbus at some later point, especially if it starts trending down. If it trends down another 10% or so, I'll definitely put in probably about $200 or $300. Again, just to test the waters with some of the international stocks. Lockheed Martin, LMT, 1 share, 294.29. Next, we move into conglomerates here. GE, currently trading at $7.82. Unfortunately, over the past 1 month, it's down 37.89. Currently have 228 shares, 17.82.94. Been doing a lot of options trading, so this is definitely not a long-term buy and hold stock. Been doing quite well with options trading, but this is definitely one of the riskier stocks. And I wouldn't necessarily be holding this for the longer term. I'm simply doing this for some options trading. 3 months, 1 year, moving quite a bit here. You can make quite a bit of money with the options trading, but again, very, very risky with options trading. 3M, MMM, 2 shares, 397.38. Next, we move into machinery stocks. ITW, Illinois Toolworks, 1 share, 134.05. CNI, Canadian National Railroad, 1 share, 84.92. Union Pacific, UNP, 1 share, 144.10. Both of those were railroad companies. IP International Paper, 2 shares, 91.30. And one chemical company here, 7 shares, 400.05 for Dow DuPont, the conglomerate between Dow and DuPont, DWDP. Just recently started trading here over the past, actually a little bit over 1 year here. Back in August, September 2017 is when they combined to form one company. Next, we move into the consumer discretionary stocks. First with Ford Motor Company, the largest holding in the portfolio, as you see on the bottom there, 7,200 shares, 65,736. So very large holding, representing 36.78% of the overall portfolio. You see the total return there, 12,764. Fortunately, with my options trading, as you can see here, Total return 28.75. So made quite a bit of money doing some options trading. And again, if you guys are interested in my options trading, please take a look at my video series. This is where I've been making most of the money over the last few months with the market trending down, entering a bear market. Definitely been making more money doing options trading than buying, selling, day and swing trading with the overall portfolio. Over the last 1 month of trading, fortunately, it has been trending up here, offsetting some of those losses with Portola up 8.95%. Definitely will be entering into more of this if it does continue to trend down. 1 year, you can see that large trending down here, at one point getting up, I think, over $12 back in January. Getting almost up there again, 1165, 1170 or so in June, and then that big pullback here, almost under $8 here, has been, again, responding very well over the last 1 month of trading, up 8.95%, but definitely still down quite a bit over the last 1 year of trading, down 19.39%. GM here, one share, 35.45. And then one of the new positions in the portfolio, Tesla, 2 shares, 676.50. Was going to start putting more money into the stock, but I think I'm going to wait until it starts trending down again. I think it will start trending down. Not quite sure if it'll get back to the 250 range, but I definitely think it'll get under 300 at some point. If it does, I'll be putting in more money. But currently, I'm going to be holding and watching very closely to see kind of what happens with this stock. But I don't think I'm going to be jumping in at this particular price point at the moment. Next, we move into one electronics company here, Garmin, GRMN, 2 shares, 130.24. Restaurants, first with McDonald's, 1 share, 182.90. Yum Brands, 1 share, 87.03. And Yum Brands China, YUMC, 1 share, 34.85. Next, we'll move into textiles. Looks like the portfolio got a little bit off here. Here's textiles, LB, L Brands, 1 share, 29.37. Very large pullback here over the last few weeks of trading here. 1 year, you can see the volatility, and then 1 week here, you can see that big drop off, 18.91%. And VFC, VF Corp, 10 shares, 795.10. Next, we move into consumer staples. Again, the portfolio got a little bit mixed up here. First, starting with ADM, Archer Daniels Midland, 2 shares, 91.20. Then moving into Cisco, SYY, 1 share, 64.48. Colgate, moving into household products, CL, 8 shares, 495.36. KMB, Kimberly-Clark, 2 shares, 221.34. In consumer staples here, I think I might be putting in some money. This is definitely a contrarian play. Most of these stocks are down quite a bit. There has been some rebound here, as you can see with Kimberly-Clark. Colgate, still down 12.19%. Hershey, another stock, 2 shares, 212.32. That maybe has a contrarian play. 1 year, down at 1.14-15% over the past 5 years here. You can see the volatility. So it looks like kind of missed that rebound here. If you would have jumped in about a month ago or so, 3 months up 7.81%. But again, a lot of volatility here, up and down pattern. Definitely conducive to day and swing trading when you have that kind of volatility in the market. KHC, this is a stock I've been doing a lot of options trading with as well. 1 year, you can see it's down 33.37%. This is probably one of the better contrarian plays in consumer staples currently. 5 years, you can see that volatility as well. Dipping here, really within the last year, down 33.37%. Procter & Gamble, PG, 6 shares, 548.46. Bud, moving into beverage companies, BUD, 6 shares, 459.24. Did cut his dividend recently. You can see that big drop off here, 9.58% because of that. KDP, Keurig, Dr. Pepper. This was a stock that recently merged, as you can see here. It doesn't show that actually. It definitely did merge here. Jumped in before that merger. 25 shares, 654. Currently up 20.17%. So very good trade on Keurig, Dr. Pepper when it merged. Coca-Cola, KO, 3 shares, 146.19. Then also moving into Pepsi, PepsiCo, PEP, 4 shares, 461.12. Axis Financial, this was Bank of the Internet, changed its ticker symbol and name to AX, Axos Financial, 11 shares, 318.89, moving into financial services companies. Huntington Bank shares, HBAN, 4 shares, 57.68. Morgan Stanley MS, 2 shares, 87.50. Wells Fargo and Company, 1 share, $52.49. And the last stock in financials, ORI, 52 shares, $1,123.20. Next, we move into technology. Information technology with IBM, 2 shares, $237.16. I think I might be putting more money into this stock. You can see that big drop off here. Past 1 year of trading, down 18.08%. Just put out a video talking about IBM dividend capture. Recently bought Red Hat for a very large purchase, around $42 billion. The market did not like that, but I think there could be a very good contrarian play. And with the stock trending down here at 18.08%, the dividend yield is now up, I think, over 6% for this stock. So this is a very good blue chip company that now has a very high dividend. Again, because the stock has trended back quite significantly, but the dividend is about the same. I think it's going to be a safe dividend moving forward. There's been no talk about IBM dropping that dividend, so I think I might be jumping in maybe with $1,000 or so just to pick up that nice dividend with a very good blue chip company. Next stock here, Apple AAPL, one of the FANG stocks. Like I talked about, Apple trending down here quite a bit, almost 20%, 17.3%. For the past 1 year of trading, you can see that phenomenal performance, however, at one point up 33 or so percent. So if you've had this for the longer term, you're still very, very good with the overall return of 158.23 over the last 5 years of trading. That's phenomenal, actually. AMD, another stock that has been trending down. I have 3 shares, 56.46. 1 year of trading, you can see that very large pullback here. At one point getting up over $32, $33. Trending down here, down under 17. Did rebound here a bit, but still down quite a bit, 23.02% over the past 1 month of trading. Next stock here is Intel INTC, 13 shares, 612.17. Microsoft MSFT, 1 share, 103.23. Now we move into telecommunications, first with AT&T. This is a stock I've been doing a lot of options trading with. Currently have 1,000 shares, 29.790. You can see over the past 1 month of trading, it is down quite a bit, 9.48%. Luckily, I've been doing a lot of options trading, so overall, I'm only down probably about 6% or so. Options trading is very, very powerful, especially when the stock is moving, and it doesn't matter if it's moving up or down. You can make money on either large swing of a stock with options trading. Again, take a look at my options videos if you guys are interested in options trading. Definitely more complex than simply buying a stock and then selling it off at a higher price, either day swing or a longer term buy and hold, but a very powerful way of making income if the stock market is going up or down. Verizon VZ, the other telecommunications stock I have, 3 shares, 177.45. Next, we move into energy with XOM, ExxonMobil, 11 shares, 853.16. A couple of utility companies, CenterPoint Energy, CNP, 4 shares, 111.24. Consolidated Edison ED, 5 shares, 385.55. Southern SO, 3 shares, 137.01. Next, we're moving into some real estate investment companies. Picked up a few more shares of Apple Hospitality, APLE, a very good dividend of 6.119%. You can see that total return, 708.75. That's not accurate just because of the way that Robinhood does its accounting. Did some day and swing trading about a year ago or so. So the stocks that is considered my average cost are much higher just because I bought and sold those as a swing trade. And now I have longer term holdings, but the longer term average is definitely below that, at least the way I've been accounting for that. The other way to think about this is that the $800 or so of swing trades I've made offset that negative 708.75. In my spreadsheet, I'm up much more than that. In Robinhood here, I'm down 708 just because of the first in, first out type of accounting. That's unfortunate. E-Trade has literally 12 or so different ways in which you can do the accounting. Next stock here is FRT, Federal Realty Investment Trust, 4 shares, 516.44. Iron Mountain, 300 shares at $9,771. Other stock I've been doing a lot of options trading with. O Realty Income, 32 shares, $2,034.88. Stag Industrial, one of the, again, first stocks in the portfolio, 1 share, $26.81. Guggenheim GOF, 4 shares, $75.88. Now we are entering into closed-ended funds. Business development companies, 2 shares of PCM, $20.06. PSEC Prospect Capital, one of the larger holdings of a business development company I have in the portfolio. 306 shares, 2,086.92. PTY Pimco Corp, 1 share, 14.94. And then 1 ETF of business development companies, YYY, 1 share, 16.95. I have 1 bond trust here, 1 share, 12.09. And then a few penny stocks. Again, simply some stocks I've had in the portfolio since the beginning. Marathon, MARA, and SDR, Sandridge Mississippian Trust. Then I did enter into a couple of cannabis companies here. ACB, AURORA Cannabis, recently put out a few videos. You can see here total return down 16.78%, so did not do very well with either that company or Canopy Growth. I think one of the leaders in this space currently. 5 shares, 171.15, but also down in the red. This one down 7.49%. So that is the portfolio here. I'll scroll through very slowly the overall holdings in the portfolio. Again, each of these is arranged by market sector. On the bottom, just a few penny stocks like cannabis companies, moving up through closed-end funds, business development companies, real estate investment trusts, all the way up to APLE, some energy companies, utility companies on top of that, telecommunications companies, VZT, moving into financial services companies, technology companies, and then rounding out the portfolio, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, industrials, pharmaceutical companies, and then way up on top I have my high dividend yielding ETFs. So that is the portfolio. Again, over the past 1 month of trading, very, very volatile. At one point down $6,000 or so, 58.76, up over $10,000 at one point, and then ending the month up $1,040.37. So currently the portfolio value is just under $179,178.710.11. So that is the portfolio. Again, I try to do one of these per month, updating you guys on the portfolio. That was quite long there for the video, so I'll kind of end the video here. Again, let me know if you guys have any great additions that you think would be good for the portfolio. Always looking for longer-term buy and hold stocks with a good dividend yield, blue chip companies. Thanks again for all the video ideas. Definitely appreciate those stocks to take a look at, as well as trading strategies. Kind of that, I'll end the video. Again, if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, if you guys enjoy the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until the next video, we'll see you then.